In the dark corners of the boxing ring, a fighter emerges whose name has sent chills down the spine of every competitor who dared to face him.
The monster.
Left hook comes in. Inoue comes around the guard with a right hand.
The mean son of a bitch.
And a big right hand that comes in. 3-1 from Inoue.
Naoya Inoue, known as the Monster, has become a living legend in the sport.
Three-punch combination. Goes back to it again. Oh!
But what makes this man so feared by the best of the best?
At times frustrating.
He puts his hands up like that. Inoue would throw a shot and then hook. Ooh.
He's not gonna make it up!
Inoue's rise from a young prospect in Japan to a world champion has been nothing short of extraordinary.
With fire, that's just the way it is. For better.
To find his balance. But it just goes down, because Inoue is going to work here, and the knockout.
His fight against Nonito Donaire was a brutal display of his raw power and unyielding will to dominate.
The ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again!
Yet it's not just his knockout power that has earned him respect. His precision, technique, and speed set him apart from the rest. Today we dive into the mystery of why Naoya Inoue is boxing's most feared champion.
As I said, I picked Inoue to win, but I thought it would be a much more closely contested fight than it was. And listen, I'm not dissing Fulton.
Uppercut, body shot again! My oh my!
To understand what makes Naoya Inoue so formidable, we must first look at where it all began. Born on April 10th, 1993, in Zama, Japan, Inoue was exposed to combat sports at a young age. His father, a former amateur boxer, and his older brother, who also competed in the ring, were instrumental in shaping the fighter we see today. From the moment Inoue stepped into the gym, it was clear he had something special. He quickly gained a reputation for his lightning-fast hands and incredible footwork. His amateur career saw him win national championships, but it was in 2012 when he turned professional that the boxing world began to take notice. He made his professional debut at just 19 years old, and by 2014, he had already captured the WBC light flyweight title. His rapid rise through the ranks was not just about winning, but the way he won. Inoue had an uncanny ability to break down opponents with precision and brutality. But it wasn't until his performance against the Filipino fighter Juan Carlos Payano in 2018 that Inoue truly earned the moniker the Monster. In just 70 seconds, he knocked out Payano, becoming the WBA bantamweight champion and sending a clear message to the boxing world. This was no ordinary fighter. He wasn't just a champion, he was a force of nature. The speed, the power, the deadly precision, it was all there. And with that victory, Inoue became one of the most feared fighters in the world. But what exactly makes him so dangerous? Why do opponents fear him so much? Let's start with Inoue's power. When most people think of knockout artists, they think of raw, unrefined strength. But Inoue's power is something different. It's a deadly combination of technique, precision, and timing. His knockout rate is among the highest in the sport, and it's not just about his physical power, it's how he delivers it. Inoue's punches come with perfect timing and incredible accuracy. Whether it's a clean left hook, a brutal right hand, or a well-timed body shot, his punches don't just land, they devastate. His knockout of Nonito Donaire in their first encounter in 2019 is the perfect example. Inoue's knockout of Donaire in the 11th round was a masterclass in power and precision. Donaire, a future Hall of Famer, was visibly stunned by the power of Inoue's punches. But it wasn't just the power that made this fight memorable. It was Inoue's ability to absorb and deliver punishment while maintaining his composure. Inoue's speed is another reason why he's feared by so many. We're not talking about just quick hands. Though his hands are incredibly fast, we're talking about lightning-fast reflexes that allow him to evade punches, close distance, and land devastating blows with minimal effort. Inoue's reflexes are almost supernatural. He can dodge punches with ease, often making it look like he's one step ahead of his opponent. And it's not just his defense that's fast. His offense is lightning quick too. He has a knack for landing punches from seemingly impossible angles, leaving his opponents no time to react. What truly sets Inoue apart from many other champions is his mental toughness. Inoue has shown time and again that he can stay calm under the most intense pressure. Whether it's taking a hard punch or being in a grueling battle, Inoue keeps his focus locked on the prize. That mental resilience is what has kept him on top for so long. A perfect example of this was in his rematch with Donaire in 2022. The fight was brutal, with both men landing heavy punches. Donaire, a powerful puncher in his own right, had Inoue in trouble at times. But it was Inoue's calmness that allowed him to weather the storm and emerge victorious once again. But it's not just Inoue's power or speed that intimidates his opponents. It's the sheer terror of facing him in the ring. The reputation he's built as a relentless, unyielding force has caused even seasoned fighters to approach him with caution. Fighters who have stepped into the ring with him often speak of the fear they felt facing the monster. Now let's dive deeper into the fights that cemented Naoya Inoue's reputation as one of the most feared men in the sport. His battles in the ring are not just about victory. They are exhibitions of dominance, precision, and raw power. One of the most iconic moments came when Inoue faced the legendary Nonito Donaire in the World Boxing Super Series Finals. Inoue vs. Donaire, Naoya, a fight that was anticipated to be a true test for the monster. Donaire, a seasoned fighter with a world-class pedigree, came into the fight with experience, a solid chin, and a powerful left hook. But Inoue wasn't intimidated. In fact, he seemed to feed off the challenge. Inoue was able to weather the storm and land devastating counters. In the second round, Donaire, known for his deadly left hook, connected, putting Inoue on the canvas for the first time in his career. But what separates legends from the rest is how they respond to adversity. Inoue, undeterred, came back stronger. He dropped Donaire in the 11th round, finishing the fight with a perfectly timed uppercut that left Donaire unable to continue. That victory was not only about physical dominance, but mental resilience. Inoue's calmness in the face of adversity is something few fighters can emulate. Despite the early scare, he maintained his composure, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's this mental strength that makes him such a terrifying force. Now, let's talk about Inoue's most dangerous weapon, his power. While many fighters rely on brute strength or sheer size to dominate, Inoue has something far more elusive: the ability to knock out opponents with precision. Inoue's power isn't just about how hard he hits, it's about where and when he lands. The anatomy of Inoue's power is something to behold. He knows how to create openings in his opponent's defense, and once he sees that window, he strikes with deadly accuracy. His left hook, for example, isn't just powerful. It's a surgical weapon that can break through an opponent's guard with ease. Take a look at his fight with Rodrigo Guerrero in 2015. Inoue's left hook to Guerrero's head was a perfect example of how he utilizes power with precision. Guerrero didn't even see it coming. And that's the real danger of facing Inoue, his ability to hit so hard and fast that you can't react in time. But it's not just headshots that make him feared. Inoue has one of the most dangerous body shots in boxing today. In his bout against Jamie McDonnell in 2018, Inoue targeted McDonnell's midsection, breaking him down with thunderous body punches. McDonnell, a world-class fighter in his own right, was visibly drained and unable to respond. That's the thing about Inoue. He's a fighter who can destroy you from the inside out, breaking down your defense and your will to fight. Now, let's address perhaps the most chilling element of Naoya Inoue's arsenal, the fear factor. There's something unsettling about watching him in the ring. It's not just his punches, it's the way he carries himself. Calm, composed, and ruthless, Inoue has created an aura of invincibility. Boxers like Juan Carlos Payano, Nonito Donaire, and Stephen Fulton have all admitted that there's something about Inoue that makes him particularly terrifying. Payano, who was knocked out by Inoue in just 70 seconds in 2018, said, "You don't realize how strong he is until you're in there with him." Donaire echoed similar sentiments, acknowledging that Inoue has a unique ability to break down fighters both physically and mentally. And that's the key to understanding the fear surrounding Inoue. It's not just his power, it's how effortlessly he does it. He has the rare ability to destroy without ever seeming to break a sweat. This fear he creates in his opponents isn't just about physical dominance, it's about psychological warfare.
He was just blown away by a person whom I now consider I was wavering a little bit, you know, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
Yeah.
And Fulton is still a good fighter. I don't want people to start shredding him and throwing him under the bus. No, he's still a good champion. Well, ex-champion now. He's still a very good fighter who can come again. It's just that yesterday, man, he was in the presence of greatness, in my view.
7.
A big right hand from Naoya Inoue.
Nice left hook there from.
Did everything. He showed speed, he showed power, he showed some flavor with his feet.
Already undisputed. Why is he staying at 122? Why is he fighting this guy?
So that side is up, and then he comes.
Always keeping him in range. There's a right hand and a left hand to the body. Offense, Timmy, to keep Inoue off. There's right hand that comes in.
The thing is, though, he's coming up from, what is it, 115?
He started at 108.
108. Like, this guy was tiny. Going up 126, that's another division. It's going to be his 5th, 6th division. I think that's why he's taking it a bit slow.
Of course, people are pushing him for 126, and I think at 126 we will see Inoue struggle a bit more, especially if you've been jumping. So many weight classes throughout your career that Inoue may receive his first loss.
With fire, that's just the way it is. For better.
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. I mean, Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. Back right to, that left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fighter.
Flat out, he's my favorite fighter in the world. Watching that guy fight, man, and waking up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the undercard to get ready for a Naoya Inoue fight has become a bit of a pastime for me now. I love it. I'm up there. I have my espresso. I'm sitting outside watching. My neighbors hate me because I'm yelling at the camera at 7:30 in the morning. Every knockdown that happened in this fight, and there was a bunch of them. I mean, I was screaming at them.
And a big right hand that comes in. Great work from Inoue. That power of Inoue comes through. Look at this. Hands behind the back.
He hit him with the Roy Jones.
Then he comes forward.
21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Man, I'm a puncher. He is good. But the way how he places punches, like, good.
His nickname is, was it the Monster or the Beast? The Monster. He's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him. That's the one you asked where he come from.
Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. He beat Maloney from Australia last.
He beat what's his name? Donaire.
Brown.
Yeah, he beat Donaire. Yep. He got dropped in that fight. He got dropped and he got up and beat him.
No, he didn't get dropped. He didn't get dropped? He got hurt.
He got hurt.
Because I believe Inoue can become a multiple weight world champion. So I'm thinking, what if one day we fight 140?
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. 3 of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
What do you think about that fight? As of right now, I don't think we're in the same weight class, but we may be down 6 years, 7 years from now. Who knows what could happen?
It does a few things. One, it keeps him safe because it's basically a defense mechanism. If I'm not wild and loose, you can't really counter me, or I just won't slip up and do something stupid. So there's not a whole lot that I'm giving you, basically, as an opponent. There's not a lot that I'm giving you. But also, it preserves energy. And he can preserve energy. I mean, the guys at that weight, they're a whole lot smaller, so they can definitely preserve energy. But when you're throwing those single shots like he does, it preserves energy. So he's still fresh in the championship round.